Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to build your own website. You don't have to know anything at all to get started here. We're going to take you from ground zero to having a full and functional website. This specific video is going to get you started off, and I'm going to create a series of additional videos that you can follow to get all the other pieces. So we're going to be working with HostGator as our web host. This is the company that I use to host all of my own websites. So follow that link and it will bring you here to the HostGator site, where you will you'll want to hit the web hosting choice here, and then you're going to see this page that you see: hatchling plan, baby plan, and business plan. These are the three different plans that they offer for basic hosting, and you can see the differences in prices. Note this hatchling plan only offers you a single domain, and the other two offer you unlimited domains. What this means is the name of your site. So in the case of HostGator, you can see their domain name is hostgator.com. So that's what we're talking about with the domains. You may only want a single domain initially. Very likely over time you'll have additional domains. And the pricing changes from time to time. You can see they've got discounts right now. $3.95, $5.95, and the business plan is the same, $5.95 at this point. Choose whichever one you want. You can always upgrade or downgrade later if you need to, but I'm going to just start off with the baby plan. So hit sign up now. And then we're just going to fill out this form. No big deal. Register a new domain. Now, if you happen to already have a domain, you can use this I already own this domain tab, but we're going to assume that you don't. So you're going to create a name for yourself. So I'm going to just type, well, we don't want those characters. Type in a random bunch of characters for my domain name, and then choose, do you want .com, .net, .online, or what? We're going to go with .com, and you're going to see that it shows this is available. It's been added to my account now, so I can have this domain name, and it gives me a list of other domains that I could choose to use if I wanted to. I'm going to leave those off for now. And then down here, domain privacy. This is an important one to understand. If you choose to not buy domain privacy, what that means is the further information that you show on this page, your information about your address, your physical address, your email address, your phone number, those are going to be available to anybody on the internet who wants to look it up. So if you look up this domain name.com with whois, it will tell the world who I am. So you don't need to use that domain privacy if you don't mind your address being visible to the world, but if you want it hidden, then go ahead and choose domain privacy. What kind of plan do you want? We've already chosen this, of course, but you can change it here if you wish. Billing cycle, again, you'll see that depending on how long you pay up front, you get a different amount of discount. If you choose just 1 month, it's $12 a month. For 36 months, it's half that much. Note that these are two different things, though. You're paying for the name up here, okay? So that's $12.95 for the first year. Down here, what you're paying for is the hosting, and the name is literally just the name, whereas the hosting is the place where the files live that your website will be built on. So HostGator has computers in a building somewhere that your actual website will live on, and the name that you use, the domain that you register, will be the way that the internet finds its way to those files. So we've chosen to pay just for 1 month here. Give a username of your choosing, a security PIN of your choosing. Obviously, fill out the billing information. There are some additional services. I don't use any of these. Whoops. Where we go? I don't use any of these additional services, so but read through them and see if they make any sense to you. If you want to use them, go ahead. There's an automatic coupon code entered here, and the total cost. So my first month will be $24.90. Each additional month is going to be this $11.95 that I'm paying here. And of course, if I want to spend the money up front and go out for 36 months, then that's going to be a much higher first payment. But now that's going to cover my first full 3 years of hosting. I'm still going to have this $12.95 a year for every year. And in fact, I think it will go up to $15 a year after the first year. So that's all you need to do. You're going to click I've read and agree and check out. When you do that, HostGator is going to send you an email, and that email is going to look something like this one. Hello, whoever you are. It's going to say you can log into your billing system with this location and the password, and it's going to be the email address that you used that is going to be your login for that. Now that's the billing portal. The billing portal is basically where you can go to update your credit card information or buy additional domains or whatever else. So you won't use that all that often. What you'll use much more frequently is this control panel address, and you'll have a different username and password for that. So those are the bits of information you're going to want to actually manage your website itself. So when we go to that control panel link, it's going to bring us to something like this. So at this point, when you get to this control panel, you now have a website of your own. There's nothing on it yet, and that's okay. We've now set up your website and or set up your web hosting service. So we're going to end this video and check out the next video to see the process by which you start installing things on your website so that you can use it for whatever purpose you want. So I hope all of this has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as I can. Thanks again. Have a great day. Cheers. Hi, welcome to part 2 in the series on how to build your own website. In part 1, we looked at how to create a new domain name and web hosting service. We did that with HostGator. Now, we've logged into our control panel in HostGator. If you need information about how to get this far, you can see the previous video. And what we're going to do next is we're going to install WordPress. At present, the control panel shows this WordPress installer right at the top. But if you don't see it here, what you can do is you can scroll down or go over to this software here. And inside of software, you'll see Quick Install. And within Quick Install, you're going to see a WordPress installer. We're just going to use this one from the top. So select WordPress installer. And it's going to bring you to this page where you're going to select a domain. If you only have one domain, that's going to be easy. I'm going to choose Accidental Internet. And you can give it a directory location. You probably don't want to. You're just going to leave that blank. Note down here that it says let a pro do this for you. You can spend anywhere from $100 to $400 having them do what we're about to do right now. Yes, they'll do some additional things for you. You can always hire a developer later on for further management of your site, but we're going to install it all by ourselves. So you've selected your domain. You're going to select next. You're going to give the blog a title. I'm going to give it the same as my domain name, Accidental Internet, an admin user, a first name. That's going to be your real name and your real last name, and then a real email address. That's important because if you ever lose the information for logging in, you can get it back, assuming you have a real email address here. So automatically create a new database. That's going to be automatically selected, and you want to leave that alone, and you want to agree to the terms of service, and then install now. That will begin installing, and it just takes a moment as the wheel spins around. And this is actually taking a little longer than it normally does. Now it's taking a lot longer than it normally does, but there you go. So a few seconds, and here are the installation details. This is what you need to know right here. I'm going to grab this password. That will be sent to you by email as well. So I'm going to capture that. I am going to go to the location right click, open in a new tab. Here we are, and you can see that the website is coming soon. This is now what your website looks like. We're going to choose the admin login. And when we do that, you'll see this location up here. That's what you're going to use in the future to log into this site. So we're going to put in the username that we just created, the password that we created for it. You can choose remember me or not, whichever you prefer. And we're going to log in. So we've logged into the site, and we're going to do a couple of little cleanups here. The first thing we're going to do is up at the top, you see this number 6. You may have a different number, but that's for updates. So yeah, let's go ahead and save that password over here. Let's go ahead and do the updates. So click on that. It, of course, may be a different number for you, depending on how many updates are required. So first thing, we want to update WordPress itself. So update now. All of this is automated and doesn't take more than a few seconds. There we go. Watch the video if you're interested. They use names of jazz musicians for the release names. Okay, we're going to go back up here to this updates. And now we've got some plugins. So we're going to select all the plugins and update those. Again, this will be a completely automated process as it updates each of the plugins, and then return to WordPress, or you can again select your updates tab up here. And then finally, we're going to update themes. Select all and update those. Good. WordPress is now updated for us. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to build our first post. How do we do that? Come over here on the left to posts, and let's select that. That'll bring us to all posts. And you can see there's a default post already created for you. We're not going to use that. We're going to come up here to add new. And we're going to give our post a title. Title is going to be Throw Me a Bone. And that's because we're going to put a song in here, and that's the name of the song. So we can type whatever text we want in here. Called Throw Me a Bone. We're going to, we can format this stuff. Let's see, we'll put that in italics, and we'll put this bold. So you've got formatting information here. How do you want things centered? And so on. So you can learn your way through those. For now, we're going to leave it as is. And then I'm going to put a space up here. And I'm going to come up here to add media. We're going to add a photograph here. So we don't have anything yet in our media library. I'm going to go to upload files. And you can either select here and browse your way to the files, or if you have access to them immediately, you can simply drag and drop. So we're going to grab this guy and drop it here. It will upload the file, and then it will gather information about it. So the title is Sky, how big is it, and so on. Good, it's all set, it's selected. So I'm going to insert into post. And there you have it. We've got an image here. We've got a song name. And I'm going to add one more bit of media. I'm going to go back to add media and upload files. And this time we'll use the select files route, going into the same location. And I've got this MP3 right here. Open. So again, this is going to upload the file for us. And once it's done, we're going to insert it into the post. There you go. It tells us all the information that it was able to gather and insert into post. And there you go. We now have a graphic, some text, and some audio. Obviously, you don't need to add all three of these elements to any given post that you do. You can put purely text. You can just upload a picture. You can do whatever you want. We can add more text. So you're going to format this however you want to. The next thing you're going to want to do, we're going to look over here. There's a button that says preview over here on the right. And that's going to open up a separate tab for you that will allow you to see what does this post look like right now. So in case you're not satisfied with it, okay, well, throw me a bone. That looks good. You know what? I think I want to make that picture bigger. So I'm going to go back over here. We're going to select the picture and grab the corner, and we'll make it the same width as that audio thing. How's that? And then we'll go back over. We can just refresh this. Let's see, did that. Let's go close it and hit preview again. That refresh thing doesn't look like it worked. There we go. Now we've got a larger picture in here. Song is called Throw Me a Bone. We have the actual audio, and you can play it directly out of here. So now that we've confirmed that we like the layout, that we know that we have the content we want on here, we're going to do a couple more things and we'll be finished up. First of all, we're going to publish. So on the right-hand side, you may want to check, these are probably going to be exactly the way that you want them. You probably want to make it a publicly visible thing when you're done. Publish immediately, though you can change to make it publish at a point in the past or the future. Often I'll schedule things ahead of time, so I'll hit this edit and move this to some other date in the future. And then it will automatically post at that time. Or if you just want it, if it's aligned with some date in the past, you can do that as well. But I'm going to leave it for immediately now, and we're just going to hit publish. Once it finishes with that publish process, you'll notice that now the status has gone to published. And you'll also see up at the top, it says your site is currently displaying a coming soon page, because it's going to show that until you are ready to actually display your site. Well, we're ready to do that now. So I'm going to go ahead and click there. And the site is now published. I'll never need to do that again. That's the one and only time you need to do that. And finally, I'm going to go back over to the all posts here, because I don't want this hello world to exist. So I'm going to just hit trash on that. And that's it. We now have our website. So if we go up here to the top where it says accidental internet, in your case, it'll be whatever your site name is. And I'm going to right click that, open in a new tab. We could open it directly in this tab if we wanted to, but you will see your new blog is now up and running. So that's that. There's a lot more to learn, but this should get you started. You can, at this point, you can actually be publishing your own blog or your own podcast. If this has been helpful to you, I hope that you will follow through and set up an account of your own. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will do my best to get back to you as quickly as I can. So I hope this was really helpful. I hope you have a great day. Cheers.